I love me a live podcast.
Yeah.
There we
Leanne
go.
messaged me. I don't know if Leanne's messaged you. She said
She
she
has
was
been,
like,
yeah.
she's going to be back at some point, but she's still
Yeah.
out at the moment. I was just like, okay, fair enough. Right.
The usual
But,
Leanne way.
yeah, no, you can't.
We got Gerb Chima jumping on as well at about 10 o'clock or so. So we'll
See?
see who else anyway. But welcome everybody to another episode of the Kd Comedy Podcast, the show where I sit down this time with one of my fellow funny friends across the interwebs to talk about anything and everything. I am here with that man right there, smiling away, the man of Portsmouth?
Yeah, Portsmouth. I'm in Southsea to get like really specific, but yeah, I'm in Portsmouth.
I don't know that. It's amazing I know Portsmouth, man. You know my geography is terrible.
I know, it's amazing.
Amazing in a different way. I am everybody's favourite fella, Kd Hinken, and I am joined by Mr. Callum Prior. How are we today, sir?
I'm very, very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. My internet's going now, and your camera's looking sexy now. I like it.
Is my audio all right? I know, like visually, like the camera's working.
Yeah.
Like, but is the audio sounding okay? Like, I know you can hear me.
Yeah,
Hooray! It's just nice to know that sort of stuff sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, like we were saying about gaming. Then, like, I've been doing it a lot on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
The annoying thing with that, do you say your Xbox then?
Yeah, I got an Xbox One. I want a PlayStation though. To be fair, I want a PS5 mainly because I want to play God of War. I haven't played them, and I haven't played the Spider-Man games, which is really annoying because they haven't come out on the Xbox yet. So you know when.
That.
So when because it was quite a long time ago, wasn't it? When the Xbox One came out and was it the PS4? Yeah, it was the PS4 at the time, wasn't it? When that first came out.
What's the next gen for Xbox then? What's the next one?
The next one is now like the Xbox X or something stupid like that. I think it's like the X series or something, and then there's the PS5. But when the Xbox One came out, like because it was like PS3, 360. Next gen, it was like the Xbox One, which I'm still playing, and PS4. And I was like, well, Xbox has got Halo, and I love playing Halo. And the next Halo that came out was a piece of shit. And then they would like really hyped up Anthem, and Anthem was shit. So a lot of their exclusives were awful, but Game Pass is really good. Like you pay like what, like $7.99 I think a month, and you just get like I could be playing Starfield. That's come out a few days ago. I just haven't turned my Xbox on. But yeah, it gives you access to like all the EA games as well, so you can play a bit of FIFA if you want. It's pretty handy.
You get stuff on the PlayStation Plus thing because I've been using that lately because I'm a cheap bugger.
Yeah,
I never buy games when they first come out. You talk like 60 quid for a game now, man. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like 90 quid for some of them.
Oh, it's ridiculous. And the annoying thing as well, when the game comes out and they're like, yeah, oh yeah, we pay 60 quid for this, and like say like 10 years ago, this is going to make me sound like a prick because I'm just going, back in the good old days.
We'll say a lot of things that'll make it sound like a prick.
But do you remember when games just had like side content, and now you've got to pay for the DLC? Like even Pokemon's doing it. Even Pokemon's doing it now. Like the last Pokemon game was really short, and if I want all the new legendaries and the stuff for competitive, because I play like Pokemon competitively, if I want all that stuff, I'm gonna have to pay for the fucking DLC. It's ridiculous.
I used to have it like a lot more with because I was always a huge fan of Tekken growing up, which is another PlayStation exclusive, I think, is it? Yeah, it was. It's been out on Xbox a few times now, hasn't it? Though.
I think so. I think Tekken. I know. I tend to play Mortal Kombat if I play anything like that. So when I was a student, this is like 10 years ago. I was like well into like Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And then one of my mates, because we used to play that religiously. I had like a tiny TV in my flat, right, while I was in halls. But like I had this tiny TV, and me and my flatmate always used to play it. And like there was like always like 5 of us just sat about, just like drinking, or fucking around. And so we'd just play it on this small TV that we just got like we just used to like beat the shit out of each other on it. It was great. And then someone bought Ultimate, which was even better because then it had Rocket Raccoon on it. And I was just like, I don't know what the fuck this is. This is amazing. And then a few years later, Guardians came out, and I was just like, I know Rocket Raccoon because it's that cool little raccoon for that I used to fucking kill Frank West with. And like,
it's amazing how like nobody knew who Rocky Raccoon, like all of those ones, you know, in the way that like Guardians of the Galaxy especially just made them all like so known now. Like Doctor Strange as well. Iron Man wasn't even a big one when that came out.
Yeah.
But then they've at the same time managed to turn around and do things like Eternals. Are you a big fan of the Marvel cinematic stuff?
Yeah, I do like all the Marvel stuff. Not so much lately. It's been getting a bit. I've been trying. Well, that's like, you know, people have like been shitting on DC for years.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they're bringing out now, like Peacemaker, is one of my favorite shows that I think.
Peacemaker's awesome.
Peacemaker is amazing. I was speaking to a couple of my mates the other day, like we're chilling, and they're all like real, and like all because they've been let down so many times by DC. They're like, "Yeah, we'll get round to Peacemaker." And blah, blah. I was like, "Oh, you have to watch it." Oh no, but it's just John Cena is the wrestler or whatever. I'm like, no, you have to watch it, man. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's in what is it? The one he's in the Suicide Squad, isn't it? It's the one before.
Yeah, they haven't seen that either as well, because that annoys me, because that is fucking amazing. Like that's such a good
film. To watch to get into. If you watch that, you'll totally want to watch the Peacemaker series then.
Yeah.
And I will say, you know, I love the Peacemaker series and I love the Suicide Squad. But for some reason, I still haven't watched like the last 2 episodes of the series.
Oh, have you not? I've rewatched it.
I'm weird, man. When I've got like a really good book or really good series that I'm really enjoying,
you just sort of put it off.
Yeah, I'll be well aware that I've got these last 2 bits, and I just will never get round to it.
Yeah,
I don't want to finish it. But then
no, that's fair. It is good. I've rewatched it recently, and it's just hilarious. Plus, James Gunn said as well at one point, like John Cena is like the best comedic improviser he's ever worked with. And he's worked with like Chris Pratt and like all those people that have been in those films. It's crazy.
I can get it though, man, because like you imagine like Cena, like he was one of the few guys in wrestling as well because of his level. He could improvise all the time and be allowed to. He was just doing that daily, you know. It's like The Rock. He's got good skills for it as well. Or we used to before the steroids, like, you know, crept up into his brain too much.
Oh no, The Rock. A lot of the films that The Rock's in end up being just classics anyway. Not at first, because he signed like a bad deal, didn't he, with Disney? But like he's like a lot of his films are quite good now. Like the Jumanji ones, I liked.
Yeah, I do really like. I take the mic because I find it kind of funny now, like because he's so different than what he was in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like everything he's done, like the film. No, I say not everything, like you said at the beginning. The Fairy, and what else was there? It was one that always comes to mind.
He's gone like the safe, family-friendly route. He has like the whole time. And what I like, this is why I like because I was never like the biggest John Cena fan, like in wrestling, and you know me, I'm a big wrestling fan, but like he's gone like the complete opposite. He's gone from like the happy, like, oh, I give like Make-A-Wish kids, like happiness and blah 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 blah, and he's gone straight like I'm going to like all these roles where I'm just swearing my head off, like I'm just being an absolute prick. I'm doing drugs. I'm throwing people out of windows. I'm just being a right prick. He's a legend.
I tell you what, John Cena's done. John Cena's gone the Miley Cyrus way about it.
Yeah, he's just gone distancing myself. He's like, they never let me go heel in WWE. This is my heel run. Just This is all this year's pent up aggression.
I so wished, you know, because he's back at the moment, like for like 2 months, I think. Obviously, because of the writer's strike, so he can't.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I've got another job anyway. It'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, he's always got something anyway. It's amazing seeing him when he's not in WWE, seeing him in suits and normal clothes.
He's shrunk quite a bit recently, though, as well, wasn't he? Like compared to when he was like, a real active wrestler. He's sort of like it's not as ridiculous seeing him in suits anymore than it was like a couple of years ago.
Oh yeah, when the suits were huge.
When he first stopped wrestling and started like just doing a few more films and stuff, he's doing like all like the press conferences. It's like, yeah, that suit doesn't fit you, mate. But eventually it did. So that's good for him.
Taylor badly. Yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of that stuff though. What you was on about before, I want to ask about this. I want to know more about this. You said you were doing Pokemon competitively.
Yeah, I play Pokemon competitively.
Tell me more about that, man. I need to know more about that. How does that work?
So, like, obviously, you can Pokemon battle and stuff now, and you have been able to for years. And the way it works is obviously the internet's involved. I think it's been around since like the first games were out, where people used to go to like convention centers. But yeah, so basically you got to get into a decent league. I've only just recently got into the Master League, which means I'm eligible to start going to some of like the live stuff and trying to battle people there. But yeah, you get a team together. I've been playing it like competitively for like about a year and a half, and I've only just got into the Master League, which is like the top tier. And obviously, it's just after that, it's just trial and error, just being like, oh, this will work. Okay, that didn't work.
Yeah.
And then, so it's good.
Sorry, it's weird because I know a lot of people like myself, like when we was younger, we didn't even really understand. I don't think I still understand the actual card game with Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
It is, like the classic card game.
No. It's just like on the Switch, if that makes sense. Actually, I've got it next to me.
Oh.
So, like, I got this Switch, so I've played like the most recent one. So, I don't know if you can see that. I'll get up like the thing. So, it's like.
So, I feel like a granddad now. You're explaining fucking Switches that to me, and I honestly need you to explain it to me. So,
do you remember Game Boys?
Yeah.
Because it started on the Game Boy. This is just like how they basically are now. So, if I went on here. So, if I went on like here.
Yeah.
And then I could go on like ranked battles. I'll just go on casual for now, just to sort of like show you like the thing.
Actually.
So I wanted to go single battle. You go in here, blah 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 blah.
The quality is nice. I've never actually had a Switch, but I've seen like some of my mates like love it. Like,
and then you can just like pick a team. Like my teams aren't built well at the moment. This isn't like a competitive one, but this is just one that I want to use at some. Yeah. I'm not going to show people my competitive one just in case there's like someone following me and they're just like, yeah, I'm going to get the advantage on you because I already know.
I'll watch you and like they might get you like what you're doing and that, and then maybe like program it into like some vibrating anal.
I think people are going to steal my strategy because I was telling my mates about it the other day and they were just fucking creased up. They were just laughing because like I'll tell you some of it, right? So there's a teapot Pokemon now. So it starts off like the first is a ghost, right? It starts off with like it's like a China teacup. They did a game that was based in England, and that's where this Pokemon originated, right? So the first one is called Sinistea. Instead of Sinister, it's a Sinistea, right? And it's just like a little China cup with a ghost in it, and then it evolves into a China into a China teapot, and that's called Poltergeist.
Oh God, okay.
And then and that teapot I fuck a lot of people up with. They bring out like legendaries and stuff like that, and I've got like this little teapot, and I just sort of go pew, and sort of do tea maneuvers. I don't really know.
I'm trying to find the freaking teacup thing now. I can't find it somehow. What are they called again?
It's called Poltergeist and Sinistea. This is what it looks like. I've got one on my hat actually. Where's my camera? I don't know where my camera is. I'm fucking looking at the camera, that's why.
Okay, well.
That's what it looks
like. Where's the thing there? Oh, okay, you got it on your thing, okay. Oh, that's that's what I found, yeah. A lot of my friends like collect the Pokemon cards, and I've got a couple of like ones that are like worth a little bit of money, but they've got like massive collections. And with the one, they wanted one with like the ghost teapot on it, and one of my mates was like, I don't really need the badge, and I know Callum will want it, and he gave it to me, and then it's made its way onto this hat. So life finds a way. Life finds a way. Isn't it like at this point? I swear, I spoke about this with the Goth recently. Isn't there like 1,000 Pokemon now or over that?
Yeah, over 1,000. Definitely over 1,000. But they don't. What they do now. So, like when a new game comes out on the Switch or something, they only like the game will come out, but it's got like they have like 150 new ones, and then they'll pick like a select amount from the previous pool of Pokemon. So you don't like. It's not like you're walking around and you can only get like 1,000. If that makes sense. There's like a pool of Pokemon you can like get. And then afterwards, eventually, now they like, oh, buy the DLC, and then you can trade in your old Snorlax. Like, I can't use a fucking Snorlax in competitive at the moment, and it pisses me off. It's really upsetting me because it wasn't in the pool for the last game, and I've got like 1 million shiny Snorlaxes just ready to battle. And that wasn't my team before. I just love Snorlax. I want to get into the World Championships, and if I ever win the World Championships, the team I win with, I want to get tattooed on me somewhere. So I definitely need Snorlax on that team.
Have you got any like Pokemon tattoos in you or anything?
No, but there's a girl that grew up across the road. She literally, like, her house was like across the road from mine, like adjacent.
Yeah.
So I know her and her sister sort of quite well, and she's a tattoo artist now, and I think she's done about 40 of the original 151 Pokemon, and she's saved Snorlax for me. She won't do Snorlax until I've got the money to sort of go in there and just be like, can you do that? Yeah. Because like a lot of people, I know other people, they've had to put a deposit down just to get the thing, and she's just like, no, you grew up across the road from me, like you've got dibs. Like,
yeah, of course, mate rates as well, I hope.
Like, my old man hasn't had a tattoo in like fucking years, and when I told him that like she was tattooing now, he was just like, oh, what sort of stuff does she do then? I was just like, manga, and he was like, no. It was just like, oh, she could do me like a fucking cool thing. But yeah, my dad doesn't really get manga.
If I was going to get any kind of like manga or anime on me, it would. I'm a total Dragon Ball guy. Like, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! And I love Pokemon. I was into. I love Digimon as well. Actually, Digimon I'm hugely into. So either of them, yeah.
They were brilliant. Like, I do love it. Like, the thing is, like, my mates are all watching Pokemon still, but they've got children, so they can justify it. Like, it's just like, they're like, I talk to them, like, oh yeah, watch this, and the other one will be like, yeah, I'll watch this as well. It's like, oh yeah, I can't really be like, oh, what's this? Oh, they'd say that. I do have one friend that doesn't have kids that is like just as caught up with all the shows. Yeah. But yeah, I just don't have the patience for it anymore. Like, there are some
hard, yeah.
There are some good animes out though. Like, have you ever seen 7 Deadly Sins?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of that one. Is that on Netflix, that one?
That is on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah.
They've done a couple of films as well, which are good. But it was based. Like, I was reading the manga before they did before the anime got like a dub or whatever, and so I've seen like the Japanese one because I'm a nerd like that. And then
man, I hear it all the time. Like, I'm trying to think now in my head some of the random ones they told me, and they say so many. It all kind of blends together for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
With these random things, like I said, they told me one about a little kid that woke up, or someone that woke up in like a reality that wasn't their reality, and he had a phone from the old reality that could do anything in this place. But it was really
he like in a video game?
It might have been.
Because I think that might be Sword Art Online. I'm not sure. I don't know. Like, I'm not big with anime. I just know a couple of them.
Yeah,
like, there's one where he like wakes up in a. Someone I used to work with got really upset because the first series they're like in like a video game, and it's like, I can't remember what the video game was, but it was good. And the second series was like, the video game was like Call of Duty, and it was all like soldier based, and they were like, I hate this shit. It was like, that's what the game is like.
Yeah, I'm kind of saying I can't get into a lot of the anime. Like, some of the old stuff was great. I'm kind of interested in checking out that new like live action One Piece they brought to Netflix. I've heard a lot about Netflix.
I keep trying that. I just don't have the time to sit there, but like, I do want to try it out. Like, I've avoided like all reviews and spoilers and stuff like that because I think it looks like, when I've seen the adverts for it, it looks like it's shot really well.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
It looks cool. Yeah. I do the same thing as well. A lot of time I'll ignore like the comments and that because it just warps what you think of things. Like, that kind of. I fuck with anything, any though. As soon as like a lot of things think one way, you can't help but kind of go with that.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing that what I keep thinking when I'm looking at you right now, like constantly, you kind of look like the Portsmouth version of Mr. Beast right now with the hat.
He doesn't have a hat like this, does he?
Not exactly like that, but he always has that like kind of sun hat that he wears. The Portsmouth version is going to be a bit cooler.
Mr. Beast, the one without any money. I just sort of like occasionally give a homeless man like 15p.
Yeah, well, you know, my fault.
Or a rollie or something like that. That's basically it.
One day, you know, you never know. You might be like. To be fair, Mr. Beast has like no money all the time, apparently.
Yeah, because he just spends it on like the poor and videos, like.
Yeah.
the thing is, he can, because he's like a multi-millionaire, right, or a billionaire probably at this point, he can just borrow money from the bank as well. So if he just wanted like a new like building, he can just finance that so easily because it's like, oh yeah, this is Mr. Beast. You have the money for us like that. Like,
yeah,
you can finance whatever he wants at this point. And if you're rich, surely you'd be financing stuff because that's the smart thing to do, isn't it? Than to pay cash for everything.
He just like pours all of his money. It like shows how much money you must make like through YouTube when you do it at that level. Because he pours so much into like all of them. Like, wasn't it something like 4 million or 40? I'm not sure. 4 million for Squid Game.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? I saw a thing with KSI talking a little while ago, and he was basically moaning, right? Well, they're not moaning, but they were talking like about money that like he got from Twitter, and he was just like, yeah, so like, yeah, Twitter doesn't really pay. I got like loads of impressions and stuff. Like in August, I got like $1,500, and you're like, okay, that's a fair bit of money. He was just like, but he was going, but comparatively, compared to what you get on YouTube, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing, and it's just like.
That's the kind of amount that KSI throws at women in his videos.
Yeah.
Like that really is. I've seen him do that a few times.
Yeah. Here's some money.
Like when they walk on for the dating ones, you know, and they're doing like different like lines to try and pick them up and just walk out, pull a bundle of money out of his pocket and just throw it at them.
Yeah. Although, so I have had this story recently about him, which is quite decent because I normally think he's a bit of a knobhead, and he's definitely going to lose to Tommy Fury. But like,
I like him, but he's definitely going to lose to Tommy Fury as well.
He's definitely going to lose. But there was a thing where it's like there's some bloke that like he's been gaming with since he was like a teenager or something, just from like Xbox Live or something like that. And he hadn't been online much in like a month and a half. So he messaged him and was just like, why haven't you been online? And he just went, oh, I'm in between places at the moment. I'm just sort of like sofa surfing. And apparently he's just like, well, just find a place and send me all the details and I'll pay for like the deposit and the first month's rent and I'll get you all like up in that, which is, and that's just some bloke who's like, I don't think he'd ever met him like in person or anything.
Yeah,
he's just like, it's just like, because I've got a few people like that I've never met in person, but I've been gaming with for fucking years. So it's just like,
yeah, my mates have. I was never much of a gamer, but I know that exists. So
yeah, that's happened to a lot of people. I saw a post a little while ago and it was like two old blokes have been playing Call of Duty together for like 10, 15 years, and they're both like over 50 or whatever, but they both like live like opposite ends of the country. One's like in the south and one's like up north somewhere, and they just like met one day and they're just like, ah.
Kind of a lovely thing that happens nowadays with things like the online stuff and that.
Yeah.
But personally, I kind of miss the pandemic a little bit. I want to go back to that every now and then. If we could have like, I don't know, like when we had to like social distance, what was it called again? Going into quarantine or whatever, isolating.
Lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown
isolation.
Yeah.
Social distancing.
Every 3 or 4 months, we have a lockdown for like a week and a half. Holiday. We don't have to do anything. I'm okay with that. That sounds good to me.
Yeah. It's still sort of like, it bugs me how close people get still, because like just after COVID, people would like step back and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was in the co-op the other day with a friend of mine, and some just like old drunk man started getting in our faces, and just like he was trying to talk to my friend, and she just wasn't interested, and she doesn't really like people. So I'm just like trying to calm the situation down. I just went to him, excuse me, mate, you're really getting in my personal space, and he just stepped back, and he was just like, he took like the smallest step back that he could. And just went, are you trying to be confrontational? Are you trying to be confrontational? And she just looks at me and just like, don't do anything. I was like, I'm not. But seriously, mate, just fuck off. Don't swear at me. I felt bad because it was my local co-op. I went back in there like 5 minutes later and apologised to the staff. And they were just like, no, that's fine. Like, you didn't do anything wrong. I just feel bad because that was shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, you want to do one of your local places sometimes, and you just want to be sure. And that, I know exactly what you mean with that. Yeah, but yes, drunk people annoy the heck out of me. Like, I also get annoyed by drunk people lately because I just can't drink without getting a headache. I don't know, or I can't enjoy drinking lately. Yeah, I miss drinking, man. No reason. I think I'm getting old and my body can't deal with it as well.
This was an espresso.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
No, I'm joking. It is an espresso. It's an espresso.
What is that? Oh, it's Glen. Oh God, you're going for Glens. Wow.
Yeah, times are tough at the moment.
Yeah, it's not the worst one.
No, it's not. It's not bad. I don't mind like a bit of cheap vodka. Vodka's still vodka.
For me,
the thing is, I normally drink spiced rum, but I had to stop drinking spiced rum recently because it's like, for some reason, all the cinnamon in it just like made me like get really bad acid reflux. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, when you're just going through and it's just like, okay, this keeps happening. I'll just trial and error. It's like, if I cut this out, how do I stop it? And I didn't drink spiced rum. I just switched to vodka for a little bit, and I was like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Sometimes, yeah. When it's already like, I had that with energy drinks recently. I had a few different things, and I was like, you know what? I wonder if it is the energy drinks, because all the things that apparently how they're supposed to affect you never affected me. So I was like, I think I'm just okay.
Yeah.
But then it was like getting like kind of like tight chested and kind of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not anxiety attacks, but you know, just when you like your heart's beating and you're just a bit like kind of like that. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I stopped drinking them. I was like, oh man, it's them. That's annoying. I like them as well. So I haven't had like an energy drink now for like fucking months, man. It's annoying.
Yeah, I had to cut them out a little while ago because my mum's always told me not to because she's diabetic. And obviously that's a disease that like sort of runs in families, if that makes sense. So I'm like, I've got a high risk of getting it. And I used to smash. I remember I had a boss that pulled me aside one day and was just like, yeah, so we need to talk about your energy drinks. And like, what do you mean? It's like you walk in like in the morning and like, no, genuinely, like a boss.
That's crazy.
So I was just like, right, so he's like, so you walk in with an energy drink, like the big ones, is like a Rockstar or a Monster or something like that. And like I'd smash that like before lunch, and then I'd get another one at lunch and like smash that. And he's like, but every time someone gets coffee, I was like, but every time someone gets coffee for the whole office, you have a coffee as well. Like, so it's not like you need the caffeine or anything like that. You have a coffee with a couple of sugars in it and stuff like. It's just like, and this guy was like a proper health nut as well. So he was just like, think about what you're doing to your body. It's like, okay, dude, fucking calm down.
Learned recently, people don't understand that like most of our evolution, like our species and that, when we got to like civilizations and stuff, we only started becoming productive because of like, we only started coming together as like a city because of creating beer. That was what kind of got us together, and we became productive up until caffeine was invented and created. We were constantly, everybody was on a buzz. People were drinking a bit each day. Caffeine came about.
Society got ruined in exactly the same period, and it's when Elizabeth I was sat on the throne, right? Because that's when tobacco came in, that's when sugar came in, that's when coffee came in, and then like I could, you know, people were drinking and stuff like that, but people used to have sugar parties because like. It's like, you know, have you ever seen like someone like you're at like a party or something and someone's giving them like their like toddler or like a fucking like 3 to 5 year old like a few too many sweets for the first time and they just run around bouncing off the walls? That's what they must have been like in like, because we've got sugar in everything, so we're just sort of a bit used to it. If you never had sugar the first time, to them it was probably like Coke, wasn't it? And it was sweeter, so you could just that's the thing. It's just like that's why people do hard drugs now, is because sugar should be a drug that we all do, but it's in fucking everything. It's in absolutely everything.
Well, even before that, like we only got sugar and stuff because we had caffeine, and as well we only had caffeine because we used to have like cocaine and everything, and they decided maybe we shouldn't put cocaine and everything. And then they went for something.
Let's put it back. Let's put it back in everything. Like, Coca-Cola was made from like the coca leaf, which is like the same thing that makes cocaine. It's just, it's funny as well. Like, what always makes me laugh is just like the whole heroin and poppy thing, and it's just like when they talk about like, but it's like every November. Even though, like, you know, I've had a lot of family that are in the military. I always buy poppies because it's like my mum's always got loads of stuff up with poppies everywhere because her dad was in the submariners his whole life, so he did like 34 years as a submariner, so he's in a submarine for like all that but not all that time.
That's got to be the scariest place to be though, really, like especially if it's in an active, like I don't know what you call it, I suppose it would be a skirmish for them, whatever, but the possibility of being in a place surrounded by water and then that just crushing in, that's the scariest thing, man.
it's bad because I'm quite claustrophobic about stuff like that as well. So it's just like, but yeah, it's it's not. It was So like, she always buys loads of poppies and stuff. And I remember like one year at school, like, and this was like I was in like year 7 or year 8, so they didn't even realise I was a cunt yet, because I hadn't quite realised that either. But
you're figuring it out.
My brother's a few years older, so that's put up with him for years, and so like. Yeah, that was it. It was like year 7, and like you're not even in school for long. Where it's like in year 7. So I gave like my form tutor this impassioned speech about like how my granddad was like a submariner, and my mum always buys poppies every year, and I want to like collect all the poppies this year and stuff like that. And I was the only person out of all the poppy people that used to empty it out, count it, write down how much. Like there was other people that would do it, but with me, it was just like basically I don't know if it was racism or what, but it was just like right. Everyone else was just like, yeah, I trust you. Just go to the office and give that to the thing. It's like with me, it was like, okay, let me see how much money you've raised. I'm going to write that down on a bit of paper, and I'm going to make sure that amount goes there. It's like, thanks, thanks, thanks for believing in me.
I had the lovable face for like most of like my younger years, so I was able to get away with more. As I got older, that went away, and now I don't get away with the lovableness anymore.
Yeah. But have you got anything you need to plug? Because I need to quickly go grab a phone charger.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been planning to use my phone. So yeah, have you got anything you need to plug?
I will do that. Actually, I do have a couple of things. All right then, people. You know what I have every Tuesday. So that is today. If you're watching this live, every Tuesday, we'll come up here now. Every Tuesday from 2 till 3 p.m. you can catch me being funny on Switch Radio, doing a lot of the tunes. God, it's hard to get up here. My butt is aching. A lot of the tunes, doing all the mic's down there. Doing all the funny stuff. Doing a load of songs. We've got stuff from the Midland Magazine. We've got stuff coming up from gigs that I've got going. But talking about gigs, actually, I have a open mic night that will be coming and starting the last Wednesday of this month, and that'll be 6:30 till 8 p.m. every Tuesday. And yeah, that's the main thing with that. Let's get this thing off because it's really getting hard to get my head over there. Oh, that hurt my butt. My butt could not deal with that. Oh my goody. And of course, if you do like any gaming stuff, you want to watch maybe myself and my Gothic amigo playing games. We've been playing Generation Zero lately. Come over to the Hippie Nation Twitch channel. But Callum also has a Twitch channel. What is that Twitch channel again, Callum?
It's X43 Callum Gaddafi. I've tried to sort of separate it from the comedy just so people don't realise. Just so people.
Say that again. What was that name?
X43 Callum Gaddafi. Right. So
why the hell do you not use that as your comedy name? That's great.
What, Callum Gaddafi?
Yeah.
Because it was like, it's already, people would be like, that's too controversial or whatever. But there's a genuine story behind this, right? So
we'll get into who cares.
My gamer tag has always been Callum Gaddafi. It has been since you know when all that stuff was going on in Libya.
Yeah.
So I was a bit more overweight at the time. I had this really scruffy hair, a big scruffy beard, and I used to wear different hats. Well, I still wear hats. Obviously, I'm in a hat right now. And so just one day in the pub, someone, I don't know if it's racism. Someone went, Callum looks like Callum Gaddafi. And then, he looks like Colonel Gaddafi. And then ever since, they all called me Callum Gaddafi. So I made it my gamer tag. It isn't everything. Pokemon competitive that I do. Callum Gaddafi, that's the name.
Oh, wow, that's great. Man,
anything on the Xbox, it's always Callum Gaddafi.
I don't think that's controversial at all. It's somebody else gave it you as well, first of all.
Yeah. Someone went to me once, they just went, oh yeah, but what if I went like, oh yeah, but my name's like Jonathan Hitler. And I was just like, well, it's not really the same thing because like Hitler's a lot.
Well, I could be like Adolf Hinken. Oh God, we've had a froze him just as he's sorting out his arm pits. And she'll be back in a moment. He'll figure it out. once he has figured out his pits. You know what I could do while I'm waiting, actually? What we actually could do, let me have a look if I've got this on here. I should do, but now I'm saying it out loud, I'm not completely sure. But actually, you know what? It doesn't matter, because what I can do is I can share the screen. So let's get this onto YouTube, first of all. Okay. I know you with open arms and open ears for this. Let's have a look. See, I'm going to put a song on for you while we're waiting, because obviously I can't do it like I normally would on Switch when I would play. Here we go. When I would play some actual songs for you, but what I can do is play songs for you that are mine, that I own. So, for example, let's find it if I can. Oh, this is. Why can I not find it? Should just be here somewhere. Older than I realised. I put out far too many songs, you know. Far too many clips, apparently. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, let's pause that there. Let's go back over to here. And while he's back. Oh, so what are you playing? Let's pop it back on here. And then we're going to present. Share screen. Channel. Everyday funny guy. There we go. And it will give Callum a chance to get himself back over. Share that and play. KDComedy.com. Okay. You love it. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. Are you back? You in the last rapper here is another. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. We'll find out. I know that I'm funny because I get up by my mother. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I wear socks in bed even when I'm with a lover. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I sleep because they say I'm not woke. I was chatting poop on stage just the other day. I saw these two angry ladies that were staring my way. This ain't gonna go well, no chance to wait. But suddenly they stood up and they started to say, "Sir, it's 2023, you need to watch what you say. You get cancelled in a moment just like Louis C.K. Well, if I ever get a chance, then that'll be great. I make sure to call your dad while I masturbate. So what can I say? It's just a funny man life. I got no money in the morning, got no money at night. I'm killing it so much that I should be arrested. You motherfucker, you heard what I just said. Regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I bummed in my first gig, but then I did another. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. The Water Boy was good, but Happy Gilmore was much better. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I piss people off, even though I never meant to. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. And I'm not afraid to be a dick sponge. From boys only public school, before gender was a choice, when the dick was cool. I have many scars left from the classroom, bitch. Flaming paper bowls and a compass, bitch. You used to lie about those motherfuckers all day long, till the school burned down. Maybe that was wrong. So I turned on the telly and I had quite a shock when I saw a mother ducker with a slap to Chris Rock. I thought to myself, well, what a dumb bitch. Greatest thing since a movie called Hitch. That motherfucker ain't never had a test, just flops all day like the wild, wild west. Likes to think after Earth was happiness. Bad boy in pursuit of crappiness. The guy's a cook, we know that is true. Like Johnny Knoxville in Men in Black 2. Let's go online and talk about their life. Hosted by a bold man that he calls his wife. G.I. Jane was rather forgettable. Polyamorous flings just untenable. Well, I guess what? Those are the highs. She ain't eating fast food, but she's having 5 guys. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I have fun in bed when I'm dressed up in my leather. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. I used to have a wife, but I wish I'd never met her. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. After 17 podcasts, but none of them popular. Just a regular, everyday, funny mother trucker. And I'm not a big SNL fan. Ooh, trying to figure out fringe, but it don't really matter. My hair's too long anyway. Motherfucker. Go, 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 David. It's the bush, yeah. Go party like it's the bush, yeah. If you're feeling flaccid, then it's okay. Just a tip doesn't really mean that you're gay. Okay, is he? Oh God, he's gone again. In that moment, he went again. He was back on, I think, for a bit, and then he seemed to go off a little. And I went back into radio mode in that time because, yeah. I mean, we could check out something else. It might just be his internet maybe had a little bit. I was a bit too much awesome for him. I understand it. When there's my music playing and I hear it, and I hear that beautiful man rapping, I'm like, it's just too much awesome for me. I hear it, and I just kind of want to poop. Can't help it. I see it. I poop. It's quite a normal reaction, personally. How I feel, anyway. Check out something else. We could always just turn this into a watch along of random stuff, if not. Because I didn't mean to do that a bit more. I do mean to do like little watch alongs of things because I do quite enjoy doing it. Let's have a little look at what else we could do it for. Plenty of things we could use. I mean, we could do a little bit from. I don't know now that I'm looking. Well, you could do it from anything really, but okay. We'll give Callum a little bit of time to come back because the tech issues have been kind of plaguing us today. But I don't like admitting defeat. We know that. I'm persistent. I cannot help it. Oh, he might have popped back on then. Let's have a little look-see. I see his movement. Is he back?
I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Hey.
So I think I worked out the problem. So obviously, and I'm sorry, everyone, if anyone's watching, or watching this later.
Normally later. So just to clarify, he's frozen as he was about to tell us what the problem was and that he sorted it.
So I used my phone as a backup, and then I just realised that the last stream that I had opened, I was just on Samsung internet, not even on Chrome. Ah, bollocks! It's not important. It was. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, wait, let me. I can hear you. Okay, it's not as good as it was on Samsung internet. So let me just go to desktop.
Okay. This will give me a good chance as well to have a look at something else. I mean, to be fair, we could show Callum a boxing match from the other night. We did a recent Kd Comedy Podcast. I think it was the last one, I think episode 109. Me and Nathan Parish doing a squishy Logic episode, and we did a lot of celebrity boxing matches. You always check some of them out. Are you back?
I'm back, man. I'm back. Can you see me?
I can see you, my man.
Okay, right. I'm going to go back to Samsung internet, even though I just slapped it off. Give me 1 minute. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's okay. They can fucking wait. You know I love you all, but at the same time, you can fucking wait. We have to wait. You have to wait. It's not the worst thing in the world. We all wait sometimes. Let's have a look at something else. I've got some other stuff we can play. I'm going to go to old stuff now, I'm going to show you guys something from my past. A blast from my past. I don't know which one we'll check out first. That was the wrong channel. That was the one that was more popular than us. Let's go have a look, see. What should we play is? Okay. Oh, God, didn't mean to do that. What's that? That's the wrong one. Let's go back again. Videos. Okay. What shall we show you? Go to that. Actually, that was a good one.
Everybody, can we have your attention? You guys are the first to hear it. This verse on the bars, brand spanking.
This is old stuff for me. This is like 15 years ago or something.
Hopefully you can enjoy it.
I'll do that.
The song is called We Rise Up.
was the guy to the left, the long blonde-haired guy. That was someone I've known since year 4 or something. The other dude, someone I met on the stage during life. Some of them really good mates, but I won't go to them now. Yeah, when things happen, ladies come in between and life for you. No, I don't remember this song to be fair. I remember this song before. Well, nothing in the bits, Dan. Nothing in the bits. The first line, no, though, they got worse as it went on. The drumming got better, very slowly, but never scored officially or anything. Kind of winged it constantly, which is I'm happy to do. That's kind of my way to go back. I could probably finish off doing this podcast like an hour, bringing okay, kind of fun actually. I'm going now. All the histories, called ancient aliens. I remember this now. Also, if anyone didn't realise, that's me playing on drums. There was a baby cowboy there, baby KD. No tattoos. Still had a twinkle of hope in his eyes. Young, remember. Nice play down, that wasn't a great follow actually.
We agreed no stolen. What are you doing now? Oh, okay, so he's going to
that was me going to get everyone. There's nobody in at the beginning. You're laughing at this thing fair. Naturally, I ran through and got the what though?
This is Neil. Here's the band's bitch.
The band bitch.
Love you, Neil. What are you doing, man? Okay, he's just gonna stand there like a fool. But this song's
figuring out what we're going to go into for the next song.
I spent my time waiting in line.
Need to get back into banding.
And I've come too far and given too much not to see the truth. How many times do you give in to something else? Going away.
That's probably the kind of thing just watching. It's like we're taking a while with Callum Prior now. If he doesn't come back, we might just have to call it a day because this stream hasn't really worked too well. I remember now why I don't generally do live streams on the internet. We have to rely on tech. The next time we try and do a live stream, a live podcast, I'll do it when Nathan's here and we can just stream it out. And then maybe say if we have like Callum on as well on the screen, then we can talk to him and we can carry on.
These battles start and broken hearts show just where I've been. And I've made it here, and I'll make this clear. I'm not turning
Somewhere. Hold on, pause this. Okay. Oh God, there's too many tabs. Hello? I'm finding this entertaining now. The moment he came up, then it was working. Started to talk, gone. Oh, it popped up again. Let's see if it works this time. I'm going to give it a moment before I click it. Just I don't want the internet to have too much. Okay, click it now.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey.
So I tell you what's happened. My internet decided to be shit, and just like it would connect to it, but it was like connected without internet. So I've just turned it off for a minute. I've gone outside for a minute, so we'll have to jump off again in a few minutes and then run inside, and hopefully my Wi-Fi is working. But like I'm outside.
I like, man. It's like an old classic kind of like, scrappy kind of trying to make it work. I like it. It's fun. It's like you know when you go to those gigs like that are never good. You can't really get your material across, but they're like crazy, and you're just trying to survive it and that.
Yeah.
I love those gigs, like some things like that. I don't know about you, but I love those kind of gigs, man.
I'm just anything to make it work. I've done it. I'm proud of myself. It just kept resetting. I was like, I'm gonna have to turn the internet off. I'm just gonna run outside. I know my data's like I've got no signal in my flat. That doesn't help either. So I've had to like run outside with there's no lighting. Oh, actually, I'm near a bus stop. Maybe I'll have better lighting.
There you go. You're gonna get something from them.
I'm a pro, mate.
I bet your console is in a better condition than mine.
I'm a pro, and we can plug this lost cat. So
there we go. Kitty gone bye.
If anyone can see this cat, we're looking for it in the area.
Please help find her.
Persephone.
What the fuck kind of name is that?
I don't know. I can't read that word.
I don't blame the cat for running away. Okay. Well, someone help.
Perse phone.
Luckily, cats don't answer to calling like that, really. Anyway, do they? I don't think.
Small female tabby, 10 months.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's sad. Let me see that bus stop of yours, because that looks like such better quality than ones like mine.
Yeah.
No, not the hat. The bus stop.
It's a good bus stop. Look at it. It's got this. It's got this on. Look at this thing. This is cool. Let's see if I can get it on the camera.
That's a cool pole.
It's got like a screen on it.
Oh, okay.
It tells you when
we
the
don't
bus
have any of that shit
happening. Oh no, I can't. I can't really show it. But it just shows you when the bus is happening. And speaking of which, I'm just gonna show everyone. There's a bus.
There's a fucking bus.
And you see that bloke that's about to get on the bus. When I came outside a minute ago, I was walking down and I just had like flowing water. And I looked to my left and he was having a piss on a car. So I told him he was a classy gentleman, as you do. And now he's getting on a bus. So happy the community's getting rid of this man. But yeah, if you find this cat, she is a small female tabby. She's 10 months old. She's missing a tail. Okay, that's easy to spot. She's missing the tail, guys. Blue peacock print colour. I don't know what that means, but something to catch people. She went missing on the 9th of September. The Eastern Street, Highland Road area. That's the road I'm on now. It'd be much appreciated if you check gardens, sheds, and houses. It'd be likely she'll be hiding there.
I know exactly where the cat will be hiding.
Yeah, and then contact these people. We did our bit for the community. That's it.
Do people ever really find lost cats? Because cats are the kind of thing they're hard to really like grab. Cats are amazing. Like they're extremely independent animals.
Yeah.
They're the only animals that domesticated themselves, for example.
Yeah, cats are crazy. My friend's got a couple of cats, and one of them just goes missing all the time. And you'll find it like a mile away, just hiding under a car. You'll be walking along and you just hear a cat meowing at you, and you just go, "Oh, there you are. I should take you home."
Cats Cats are like, like how guys used to be like 30 years ago before we had 20 years ago before social media. They'd be off living like separate lives with different families like all the time, You'd never see them. As a guy, you can't do that anymore. It's impossible with social media. Just took away so much fun for the world. How are you supposed to effectively cheat on a partner and create a whole nother set of lives? How are you supposed to do that nowadays? Tell me that, Callum. How are we supposed to do that nowadays effectively?
I didn't hear any of that. I'm really sorry.
It's fine. I assumed your camera was doing all crazy things. And it looks like you're going back in your house, so it makes sense it would all break up then. I'm just explaining to the world my anger between not being able to, effectively live a second life. Maybe not even for, nefarious means. Maybe you want to live a second life so you can build up a flower shop and give it to a hobo. I don't know. You want to go and do the whole British Mr. Beast? What about the Portsmouth Mr. Beast? What would he do? It's social media. He can't live a second life now, create this empire and go off and, make crackheads keep their hands on a pig to see who will win a rock. Kind of stuff that people want to see and need to see. It's the kind of thing we need. But it's hard to do it nowadays. I think you agree with me. I think you do. Is your camera gone now? You look like, you're setting it up for like some kind of a porn shot now. Like a POV thing going on. I feel like I'm one of the people forced to be in the room. You look like you're committing the acts that people think Andrew Tate are. As you know, it reminds me of now, you're like a slightly trendy, for anyone that suffers from, what do you call it again? Sleep apnea, sleep paralysis. And you always talk about seeing the Hat Man. We're seeing a trendy Hat Man right now. Imagine waking up to that, standing above you. This is my worst. You'd be or fear. I can't quite tell what that says. Let's see if we can. Oh, he's gone. I was going to try and figure out what he was wearing. That's a weird sentence to say. Still having fun though. Okay, well, Callum's sorting that out because he's gone back into his house. I'm assuming he's logging back on. Let's carry on watching a bit more of this. Find another song. I think this goes into another song now, if I remember correctly. That was not even a month. Yeah, what's going on? I can't figure it out. Okay, I'm clicking on the wrong stuff now. Oh, Callum's back. Pause. Hello, pause. Pause. There we go. Back to that. Get rid of that. Add that back. Look at this. I'm a freaking technical wizard, man. Shit.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us? By us, I mean the world. The world is calling out to you, Callum.
I can see you. I don't know if you can hear me. I've got a headset in that one. I'm hoping that's now working.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh,
you.
Amazing. That's all we need. Didn't you say someone was joining about 10 o'clock as well? I can hear you. Yeah, perfectly.
Oh, okay. Okay, my bad. I thought you couldn't.
No, I could hear you. It's fine. I was just saying, I don't know. I've got a headset in now, so I can hear stuff better. When I was outside before, it was pretty crap, wasn't it? I was just sort of yammering along.
First. It was just when you were coming through. It sounded fine most of the time, man.
Yeah. So I thought you had someone joining about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a good point. Gerf's when she was supposed to be, but Gerf's. Someone else else just that I was talking to about coming on. Let's see, GURPS is on actually though. Let me pull him. Got like half an hour with a few others. Have another like smoke. That sounds good. Can't do loads anyway because I've got to get to Tesco before it closes, but it's open until 12, which means I've still got like, an hour at the most till I'd need to leave to get there and back. Although, say like, 45 minutes because they get very angry at you. Not very angry when you're there and they're getting ready to close. Because I know you seem to have froze again now, so I'm just chatting a bit while I'm waiting. Yeah, forgot what I was saying then. Yeah, they get very angry at you when you go in just before they close. They're not angry, but forceful. So they're not telling you need to go and do this and get out. They're just like, you could hurry up a little bit, please. Be cool. Right, the internet's gone again. I am talking to other people about jumping on, but we might have to end this for now then, and then start another one maybe. We might do that. Might have to redo this because the internet's going a bit, and we might be back on in a bit with James Bogan. We will see. We will see if it works and have a little fun if we do. I think for now, though, we might end this here. Maybe cut it up a little bit, put it onto YouTube just a bit, where we could have a bit of a proper chat. Maybe put it up a little mini episode because this hasn't really worked as a full episode just because of tech issues. What can we do? But yeah, I'll see if that works with James Bogan later. Maybe we'll pop back on to do something else. And if Leanne and GURPS are around too, but we'll see. Who knows? People that were watching, thank you very much. I'll let Callum know that we're just gonna call it there, just because I think we might as well, really, with the tech not working. So, Ollie, much love. Take care. I have been KD, your everybody's favorite KD Hinken. I'll be back soon, back always. I'm always about you. I love you. I'm not going anywhere, no matter, even if some people would like me to. Who knows? Who cares? Much love. Take care. Mwah.